I can't believe you remembered.
Oh, gee, that's funny. I can.
Look out!
A revelation? About someone close to Sam? But who are you talking about?
It's about your husband's son. Sam's son.
Noah? I mean, how can anything to do with Noah hurt our family? We are very close. We love each other.
Just be strong, Grace. Because none of your lives will ever be the same.
Girl! Don't leave! Tell me what's going to happen. Grace? Grace, what happened? You okay?
Oh, the little girl came back to me again.
Oh, she did. She came to warn me. She told me that things are going to happen, that terrible things are going to happen. I'm so frightened.
I will not sit back and allow the likes of Chief Bennett to come after our family.
Good for you, son. It's time that fellow was put in his place.
There is no way I will let him win. I will destroy Chief Bennett.
What is going on here?
I was discussing police board business with Father.
Well, it sounded more like you were planning a lynching.
I'll save your bleeding heart for a cause worthy of your concern, darling. Sam Bennett's no consequence to you. Let's finish our discussion in the library. Your mother gets squeamish when we crush one of the locals.
I raised Ethan to be fair and forgiving, not vicious and vengeful like you and Alistair.
Ignore her. She doesn't understand what drives a Crane, as she's merely one by marriage. But you, son, have that Crane blood. That genetic makeup that instinctively drives you to protect your family when it's attacked. Ethan, my firstborn, you're a true Crane.
Be afraid, Tim Tim. Be very, very afraid. We're back.
Good Shirley's gone. Demon's in her.
So now that Miguel's gone, we can play another lightning round. But this time, we won't miss.
Great balls of fire! Kimmy and Princess are going to die!
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. Keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Hey, you guys all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't sure if another hitman was trying to get you, using that kid as a distraction.
No, hitman this time. Just some guy who doesn't belong on a pair of rollerblades.
Yeah, well, you know, better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome. Oh, damn. They're ruined. I'll get you some more.
No, that's all right. You've done so much for me already.
Well, hey, I thought we were going to go down to the wharf and get some ice cream.
Yeah, Hank's right. We should get a move on.
Wait a minute. I remember there used to be a place right around the corner that I would go to when I was a little kid, before my father sent me to Paris. I remember they had the best hot fudge sundaes.
Well, you're not talking about McFarland's, are you?
Yes, that's the place.
I used to go there all the time as a kid. Papa used to bring me there after baseball. I always got the same thing. I'd get the chocolate chip mint, single scoop.
I used to go to Dairy Delight. They had the best soft serve in town.
Yeah. You know, and I remember when I hit my first home run, Papa took me there and he bought me a banana split. I knew we couldn't afford it, but he said not to worry, that he wanted to show me how proud of me he was.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and I remember he told everyone in the place that I hit a home run. It made me feel so incredible. It was like I was the only kid to ever do such an amazing feat.
Luis, what's wrong?
I just, you know, I'd forgotten about that till now. Just remembered how much he really loved us. What a great father he was.
Eve, what happened?
Grace says that she saw the angel again.
I did, Sam, in this very room.
Grace, are you sure you didn't fall asleep and dream that the angel
No,
was here?
Sam, it wasn't a dream. It really happened. The angel came to warn me.
Warn you? Honey, what about?
She said that danger was all around me, and that losing my sister Faith, and that the prom boat disaster were just the beginning, that the worst was yet to come. She said that terrible things were going to happen that would hurt my family and my friends.
Honey, how could she know all those things?
She's an angel, Eve. Angel sent by God. You don't believe me, do you?
Well, I don't mean to upset you, sweetie. I just have studied the sciences, so I come at this from a different perspective. You see, seeing the angel, and you take it literally, whereas I like the reason behind it.
The angel gave me the reason for being here. She came to warn me. I mean, Sam, you believe me, don't you?
Well, as a cop, I look for proof, hard evidence when things happen, but I'm also your husband. And if you think you saw an angel, then I believe you.
Sam.
Where exactly did you see the angel?
She was right here. Oh, I'm sure of it.
Well, you know, I'm sure that whatever you experienced seemed very real to you, Grace, but, you know, you've been under a lot of stress lately, and I mean, you're a wife and a mother, and you're running 2 businesses. You have all your community affairs, and you keep yourself running at such a pace that there's no way that you get enough rest, and I'm sure that it's just all finally catching up with you.
Eve, I saw her as clearly as I see you right now.
Well, I don't doubt that you saw something, Grace. The vision of an angel. I mean, that would explain why her warnings are so vague. Life is full of danger for everyone, Grace. I mean, it's just part of life, and that's why I don't want you getting so worked up about it.
Worked up, Eve? She said that the danger was close at hand, and that it would affect those who loved me.
Did she say what the danger was or when it was coming?
No, not exactly,
Well, then
but...
don't worry. Kay and Jessica are fine, and so is Charity.
Yeah, you're right. And I know that can't be any danger to our marriage. I mean, not when you're as close as you and I are. And you tell me everything. The angel said that people around me were keeping things from me. Can't be you, Sam. Or you, Eve. We have no secrets from each other. There's nothing that can damage our friendship or our marriage.
Yes, you are truly your father's son. Ethan and I will continue our discussion in the library, where I'm sure we won't be disturbed.
Look, Mother, don't worry. I'm only defending our family. I'm not trying to stir up trouble with the locals.
going on here?
While you were outside with Sam, Mr. Crane asked Ethan if he knew about the secret papers you gave me to keep for you.
Oh, no.
And Ethan, not only did he say that he knew about the papers, but the papers were about him.
Oh, dear God.
Mr. Crane almost discovered the truth, that Ethan is not his son.
I forgot the picture.
Can't let Miguel leave us with Charity while she's under the pendant's power. She'll kill us for sure.
Do something, Princess!
Miguel? Miguel, wait.
What is it, Tabitha?
Forget the lemonade. I'll just have water instead.
Tabitha, it is no trouble for Miguel to go back and make you some more lemonade. Is it now, Miguel?
No, it's no trouble at all.
No, really. It's quite unnecessary. And why don't you and Charity just go into the kitchen and fill this pitcher up with ice water and I'll be just fine.
Oh, Tabitha, are you sure?
Oh, yes, quite sure, dear. I'd have just died if Miguel had gone to make me lemonade.
Tabby and Timmy both.
Yeah, but the truth is that my father loved us. He was a devoted family man, and he was a good husband to Mama. And I've hated him all this time for walking out on us the way he did. But I've started to wonder, maybe he didn't walk out on us after all. Maybe it wasn't his choice. And maybe something happened that made him have to leave.
Sheridan, I wish you would stop saying that you killed Luis's father. It's not possible.
But so many things point to it. My nightmares started around the same time that Luis's father vanished without a trace. And the man that we thought was the real Martin Fitzgerald turned out to be an imposter. I mean, what if I did kill the real Martin?
Come sit down over here, honey. The angel said people around you are keeping secrets?
People close to me. I mean, she said that these people mean well, that they think they're hiding the truth for a good reason, but that they don't realize that the deception that they've caused can destroy even strong and lasting relationships.
Oh, it's pretty heavy stuff.
She also said that someone very close to me, someone I trust, is working against me. I told her that I couldn't imagine a loved one or a friend deceiving me, but the angel assured me that it was real. And since angels don't lie, I have to believe her. It's just the hardest part to fathom is who would do such a thing. Eve, what? I don't know who this is, but I know it's not you. I mean, besides Sam, you are the one person that I trust unconditionally.
Are you sure you want to go through with this? I mean, looking into your past?
I'm sure. A lot depends on what I remember.
Well, I know Luis appreciates what you're doing.
I don't know if he'll be so appreciative once you find out the truth behind my nightmares. I think we should go back to the cottage. I want to get started right away.
Really?
Yes. I need to remember. I need to know what happened, why I keep having these nightmares. Maybe if we can get to the truth, we'll both find the answers that we're looking for.
I have a feeling that when Luis and Sheridan find out what the past is all about, it's either going to bring them back together or tear them apart for good.
Thank you, Father, for helping me to plan a strategy against Chief Bennett. I'm sure the police board will back me 100%.
They will if they know what's good for them. Julian Crane.
Put me on speakerphone so that I can talk to Ethan as well. From now on, my business concerns the new future head of the Crane family.
Of course, Father. Your grandfather wants to speak to both of us.
Hello, Ethan, my boy.
Grandfather?
I understand you butted heads with Chief Bennett earlier.
Yes, sir. Chief Bennett has a bad attitude toward the Cranes.
Well, so many people do. But you stood up to Bennett, showed him you're a true Crane, won't be pushed around.
I gave Bennett a piece of my mind too, Father.
Remember, Ethan, by being a Crane on the police board, you in effect control it. Sam Bennett answers to you, not the other way around. So when you bring him up on charges, show no mercy. Go for Bennett's jugular. Utterly and completely destroy him, understand?
Yes, Grandfather.
Excellent.
I helped Ethan plan his strategy, Father.
Yes. Well, even so, Ethan, I'm sure you'll make me proud. I know I made the right decision naming you my heir. I only wish I'd done it sooner.
Actually, Grandfather, that's something that I wanted to discuss with you. I'm honored by your gesture and the trust you've placed in me, but as I said before, I don't want to take what I believe rightfully belongs to my father. And he knows far more about running the Crane Empire than I do, and I think I should be learning from him so that one day I can take the helm. But even now, I think Father would do a much better job for you than I could.
You say that without knowing the mess Julian has made of things. Let the idea sink in for a while, Ethan. Think of the power you'd have. Why, enough to tempt even a good son like you to turn against his father.
No, never.
Oh, never say never, my boy. With the right motivation, your father would turn against me.
That's not true, Father.
Isn't it, Julian? Haven't you neglected things I've asked you to take care of? Because you're too busy pursuing some phantom secret you believe your wife is keeping? Nothing is more important than running the Crane Empire. If indeed Ivy has a secret, I'm sure it bears little or no effect on the family.
How could Ethan tell Julian that the papers you're hiding from me are about him without all hell breaking loose?
Well, because fortunately, Ethan believes what Gwen assumed, that you're using the papers to make a memory album of his life as a wedding gift.
So Julian thinks that the papers Ethan saw are different than the ones he's convinced I'm hiding.
Mr. Crane believes there are two sets of papers. He has no idea how close he came to discovering the truth.
I am so sorry you were put on the spot, Pilar. But things could have been worse. Julian could have found out that Ethan is really Sam's son.
Please, I beg you, destroy the papers.
I can't, Pilar. You know they're the only proof I have that the love that Sam and I shared was real and that we have a son from that love.
Por favor, Mrs. Crane. As long as those papers exist, your secret could be exposed. And Mr. Crane, he's not going to stop until he finds out what you're hiding from him.
Well, I will never allow Julian to find those papers, that's all. Besides, the only people who know the truth are you and I and Eve Russell. And she's not about to tell anyone.
After the hell that you've put that woman through, I wouldn't be so sure.
The idea that someone close to me would betray me is just unbelievable. I mean, what kind of friend would do that?
I don't have any idea.
I'm so glad I have you, Eve. I know I can always count on you.
Did the angel say anything else?
Yeah, it had to do with Noah. She said that some event concerning Sam's son would rock our family to the core.
The angel specifically said Sam's son.
Yeah, I can't imagine what could happen with Noah. I mean, he's Sam's only son.
No, Ethan is your child. Yours and mine. Ethan is our son.
I I know what I'm saying is hard to believe, but I do. And it scares me.
Look, don't be afraid. Look, Noah is fine, and he's gonna stay that way.
Grace, I think that you should go outside and get a little fresh air.
You come with me, Sam?
Sure, honey.
Eve?
As soon as I call into the hospital.
What is going on? Why did this angel or whatever it was refer to Noah as my son and not Grayson, my son?
I have no idea.
We gotta talk.
Sam, are you coming?
Yes, honey.
We'll talk later. Are you real? How did you know that I betrayed Grace? And that Sam has another son? A son he's convinced isn't his.
Here's your ice water, Tabitha.
Oh, thank you, dear. We must all guard against dehydration.
What's up with your doll's hair?
What's up with your sideburns, Zorro? Well, I gave Timmy a good washing this morning, and his hair's been full of static electricity ever since.
Well, I think he looks cute no matter what.
There's the Charity Timmy knows and loves.
Charity and I should get going. I was thinking we could sit outside for a while on your new swing.
Yeah, I would really like that.
Sounds lovely. Mind if I join you?
Absolutely. I would just love that, Tabitha.
Marvelous. I'll see you in a bit.
Why does Tabitha want to be with Charity? She wants to kill Timmy and his princess.
Well, I'm hoping she'll kill Miguel first. And if she does, I want to be there.
Miguel, wait. Tabitha, I just wanted to apologize again for spilling the lemonade. I hope that there was no harm done.
None whatsoever, dear.
See you two later.
You are my passion for life.
Is it possible Grace could have been visited by an angel? Hello?
Eve, it's Ivy.
What do you want?
I'm just calling to remind you not to say anything to anyone about Sam being Ethan's father.
And give you an excuse to ruin my life in return? No, thank you.
Good. Then we understand each other.
Well, I am not about to reveal your secret, Ivy, but the forces of heaven just might.
What?
Well, you're not going to believe this. Not sure I believe it either. But Grace said that an angel appeared before her and told her that an event concerning Sam's son was going to rock their family to its core.
You're right, I don't believe you.
Grace assumes that the angel, whatever, meant Noah. But as soon as I heard the words Sam's son, I knew it was Ethan.
Are you just making this up to cover up the fact that you told Grace the truth?
No, Ivy, I swear.
Well, I am not buying it.
Fine, okay? I'm just telling you what Grace said happened.
Well, what is going on in that house? I mean, first Charity has visions of you and Julian in bed, and now Grace has some angel appearing to her, babbling my darkest secrets? Frankly, I find this all just a little bit disturbing.
Well, you're not alone. It unnerved me as well. I don't believe in angels just coming out of nowhere. But if one did appear to Grace, she certainly did seem to know quite a bit.
Well, I don't care. If the very forces of heaven want the truth out about Ethan, I am not gonna let that happen. I'll team up with the devil himself to keep Ethan from hating me, from knowing he's not a real Crane.
Well, besides telling the police board about the prom boat disaster, I'm also going to bring up Chief Bennett's inept handling of Sheridan's protection. And I have asked him repeatedly to assign other officers to protect her, and he refuses. Bennett actually thinks having Luis guard her is protection enough.
Unfortunately, the FBI agrees with him.
Well, I don't care. I don't want Luis anywhere around Sheridan. I mean, besides, he's made it no secret that he hates the Cranes. So how can we be sure that we can trust him with her?
An excellent point, Ethan. Luis has no business being anywhere near Sheridan.
Can you believe he planned to start looking into her past to try to supposedly help her learn what's causing her nightmares?
Luis investigating our family? You can't be serious.
Oh, he was all set. He even had a tape recorder to catch everything Sheridan said. But fortunately, I was able to convince her not to go through with it before they got very far.
Oh, well, good for you, son.
Yes, Ethan, you did the right thing. Your aunt's problems are none of Luis's concern.
Yes, I agree. We don't want someone with a grudge against our family like Luis looking into the past. But I do think Sheridan needs to know the truth behind her nightmares.
Are you suggesting she doesn't?
I'm just asking you and Father to tell me the truth, to be honest with me. Is there anything that happened in Sheridan's past that may hurt her?
We all have things in our past, Ethan.
I mean, did anything happen the night Sheridan claimed she saw a body under a bloody sheet in the living room? Because not only is she connecting that night with Martin Fitzgerald's disappearance, Sheridan's afraid that somehow she was involved.
I can assure you, there is no basis in fact for what Sheridan thinks she remembers.
Are you both certain?
Yes, of course. She had a nightmare, that's all.
Oh, good. Because I don't want to lie to her, and I don't want to falsely reassure her. I just think looking into her past with Luis wouldn't be prudent. Even though, as you say, there's nothing there. With the hate Luis has for our family, it could be dangerous.
Are you sure you want to go through with this, Sheridan? It's gonna be hard on you.
I can't keep going on the way I have been any longer. I need to learn the truth once and for all.
Well, let's get started then. Close your eyes. Think back to that night years ago when you were just a little girl. The night your nightmares began.
We're safe for now, Tim. Charity's as sweet as this cookie.
Tim is still afraid. She doesn't want to be alone with Charity when the pendant makes her evil.
I don't either, Dollface. Hopefully, she'll go demonic on Miguel before she comes after us again.
Where's Grace?
She went inside to call Noah, see if he was okay.
Boy, that angel, or whatever it was, it really spooked her.
Much more than last year. I mean, Grace blames herself for not heeding the angel's warning then. That evil was very close.
Well, I spoke to Noah. He sends his love. And he says everything is going great with his work-study program, so...
I hope you're feeling better. Look, don't worry about Noah, all right? Everything is going to be fine.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Plus, of course, you have another son out there somewhere.
Father and I are on the phone with Grandfather. I'm going up to my room to get some business papers.
Ethan, business can wait. I am very concerned about you going after Chief Bennett. He is a decent man. He saved my life the night the prom boat sank. I don't want you attacking him unnecessarily.
Mother, I would never do that. But I will defend the Crane family name the same way Father and Grandfather do.
You are so different from them, Ethan, so different.
Yes, but in other ways we're the same. I'm a Crane. It is my duty to stand up for our family when it's under attack. And the way Chief Bennett runs the police department is a definite threat to us.
I will not let you become like Alistair and Julian. I will not let them poison your soul. You're more like your real father. He's a good man.
You heard, Ethan. The truth about the night Martin Fitzgerald disappeared was in danger of coming out.
But Ethan convinced Sheridan not to get into her past with Louise. As long as no one discovers the root of her so-called nightmares, we're safe.
God help us all if Sheridan were to learn the truth. Especially if she and Louise learned the truth together.
So what do you remember about the night of your nightmare?
I remember I was getting ready for bed. I was very tired. I also remember being very happy.
Why does that stand out to you?
Because I remember so many nights crying myself to sleep. But not that night. I don't know why, but that night was different. But anyway, like I said, I was very tired. So I laid down in bed and I went to sleep. I don't know for how long. All of a sudden, then I heard a noise that woke me up.
What kind of noise?
I don't remember. I got out of bed to see what it was. I went downstairs, and I couldn't see very well. It was very dark. Some things just seemed to draw me into the living room. It was very cold. It was almost as if someone had left a window open. When I was in the living room, a strange feeling came over to me, and I felt very scared, and so I went to go back to bed, but I saw something out of the corner of my eye.
What is it?
Oh my goodness. There's someone there. I'm not alone.
Father, here are those papers you and Grandfather wanted.
We'll discuss this later. Father was late for a previous engagement, but he told me to say goodbye to you. I'm proud of you, Ethan. You handled 2 difficult situations quite well today, like a true Crane, unwilling to back down and ready to defend your family and its honor.
Well, thank you, Father. I'm realizing more and more the importance of being a Crane and how much it means to me.
I also appreciate what you said about me to Grandfather. It's nice to have someone in my corner for a change.
Well, I've always thought you should be Grandfather's heir. And I'm sure in time he'll see it too and change things back to the way they were.
Yes, well, I'd like to think so, but you never know when it comes to your grandfather, and we're not what you'd call close.
You know, Father, if it's any consolation to you, the older I get, the closer I feel to you. And I'm beginning to understand your view on things. And I know we've had our differences about marriage and fidelity, but I do love you. I always have, and I always will.
Well, I love you too, son. You, Ethan, are a true Crane.
Ethan will hate me if he finds out he's not a Crane. Oh,
Heaven had better not work against me when it comes to my son, because I swear I will fight God and his angels to the very gates of hell. You mustn't talk that way. Who knows what problems you'll conjure up.
I'm just gonna try not to think about the angel for now. Gonna keep my faith, and I'm gonna keep praying. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to my loved ones.
You may not have a choice, Gracie.
You know, I'm a little spooked by what Grace said the angel told her. Something's happening with my son? Are you certain that I'm not Ethan's real father?
Eve, I am begging you. Please, just change the birth records to show that Ethan was born prematurely.
Why should I do anything for you? You who have been blackmailing me for months.
Yes, and I can still ruin you if you don't do as I ask.
I'm certain, Sam. Ethan is not your son.
And everything's fine. I gotta go upstairs. I'll see you in a bit.
I'm not alone. Someone else is in the room with me.
Who is it, Sheridan? Who's there?
I can't tell. It's just a shadow.
Look closer and try and see who the shadow is.
I don't know. I can't. Wait a minute. Yes, I see them.
Who do you see?
It's him. I see who it is.
Sheridan, I showed you that picture of Papa, remember? Is he the man you see? Is it my father? Is that the man you see?